What's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. Mm. Got all my drinks going, my friends. 2 coffees, a sparkling water. Wow, I am excited. It's a big day in the legendary marketer universe today. We've got a fantastic guest this morning. We're going to be talking about life, struggles, surviving to thriving, digital courses. We're going to be talking about a unique niche that maybe you have not heard about or did not know you could monetize. And as always, we have all of the things that we normally have going on in the legendary marketer universe today. Blueprint trainings at 2 every day, Monday through Friday. Support 101, as well as hot seat and fast feedback coaching calls. And then today we're kicking off our digital courses blueprint 2.0, which is a completely and brand new course that we are teaching for all of you who have the digital courses blueprint. And unlike other gurus, goblins, and companies out there who do a big, launch for something new, this is a completely free upgrade for all of you who already own that particular program. And so I'm really excited. We're going to have an amazing guest professor, okay? Not really a professor, though, just a professor in the digital marketing space. His name's Mark Harbert. He helped out and taught and was the guest professor slash trainer. I like saying professor because it helps normies understand a little bit about how we operate in our digital legendary marketer world. However, he would never title himself that, nor would I usually. But that's kind of what it is we have so many talented marketers inside of our community, and we love to lean on their experience. And today is going to be nothing short of legendary. It's going to be a multi-week process to where we're going to take all of the students inside of that digital courses blueprint and show them the best, most effective, most profitable ways to sell courses in 2023 moving into 2024. With that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and bring in today's guest. I'm so excited to talk to Vanessa. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my absolute pleasure. Where are you calling in from?
I'm actually in Langley, British Columbia, so in Canada.
Okay. Awesome. Shout out to all the Canadians in the house. We've got our fair share of Canadians, and they're amazing, amazing people. So Vanessa, what you're doing some unique things. I'm really excited to talk to you over this next hour or 4. Sometimes we go 4 hours on. No, just joking.
I'm okay with that. Blueprint training, so I can't.
So, what led you to us? I mean, what were you looking for? Do you feel like you found what you were looking for? Tell us a little bit about how you got here.
Okay, so I am a South Asian bridal hair and makeup specialist. So what that means is my season, now that I'm kind of at the top of the game in that particular niche, my season typically starts from like March and it goes all the way till about now. And what I mean by that is like I am literally working almost every single day. I wake up at 3 a.m. I start my bride at 4. I'm done by about 9. I take an hour break and I'm back out for the next client. So it's extremely lucrative, the industry, but it's just, I have absolutely no time and I have 2 young kids. And so I think I wasn't necessarily looking for anything. I'm constantly, because I've grown such a good social media following on my other account, I'm constantly on there. And, these side hustle videos, they just pop up on my thing all the time because I'm constantly looking at them. And I think I followed Chelsea for about 3 to 6 months before I actually was like, okay, let me look into what the heck she's doing, because she's just making these claims that seem to me astronomical, because I've always been, somebody who is a really hard worker and who's always worked, the traditional work really hard and like go out there and do as many hours as possible. And like, that's how you make your money. And the thing is like our industry is super lucrative, but you just don't get any time. Like I'm back home, I'm eating for an hour and I'm out again. So We've had live-in nannies and things like that. So I've missed a lot of my kids' like lives from the time that they were 0 all the way up till now. Like, I've just been a slave to my job. I absolutely love the career I've built, and I'm very proud of it. But it's just, I was just looking for something more. And so, kind of circling back to the Instagram post, I was like, what is she doing? And so, you just go in a rabbit hole on people's, feed, and you're like, hey, what's this video about? So I'd save a bunch of side hustles. And then I just kind of came back to one, and I was like, you know what, let me try this, because, there's like, okay, make something on Canva and then, upload it here. And I'm like, okay, so I've done that, and now I'm not getting any sales. What's going on? So I'm like, okay, let me just do this training. It's $7, like whatever. Like, what do I have to lose? It's a coffee. So I got into it not really realizing what I was getting into and the power of what it was that I was going to be doing. So, day one of just the 7-day challenge, and you have like a great way of like captivating people right from the very beginning. You're getting them to read the books and this and that, and I was like so into it. I could not sleep. Like, I'm telling you, I started this thing and I was just like, this is like making my heart like beat so fast, because I was so excited to just get through it. I had just a few days off. I think it was like 4 days off, and it just worked out that way because I think I had a cancellation or something. And I just like dove like feet first and just like went for it. And every day I had it in my Beats by Dre, and I was just walking around the house and cleaning and folding laundry and just getting through the part where you're like, okay, let's talk about the blueprints. And then as soon as the blueprints came, I was kind of like, this is a lot. And I'm like, but you know what? Like, I kind of went into it, to be honest, like being like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. And then I just fucking did it. And I was like, okay, let's just, whatever. The worst thing in the world is that I don't make my money back, but that's not what happened. So, I just was like, I just got so excited. And I literally, even now, I still like can't sleep at night. I like go to bed super late working on all this stuff. And then I wake up and set my alarm at like, today it was 4:45, and I was just like, okay, like got to do it. It's insane. But I'm not even letting you talk. But yeah, it's great. So yes, I have found what I'm looking for.
Well, we should end the show on that and let you get back to whatever it is that you're doing. Golly, wow, what an intro story. And so talk to us a little bit about why you are thankful you went ahead and took action on that video that you saw out on the interwebs, no matter who it was from or what it was from, because whether it was an ad or a person or whatever, usually us marketers have a way of continuing to get in front of people over and over again, because that's what we do.
Totally.
And then you took action, took the 15-day challenge, and then you got into the blueprints. You said, F it, you did it. And what has happened then? What have you done with it?
Okay, so after I did blueprints, I was like, holy crap, I have an amazing following on my other account. How do I bring this into my business? So a couple of years ago, I was thinking, somebody had mentioned to me, Vanessa, you need to do online classes, because this is obviously, I've always done makeup. I've done it for most of my life, 16 till now I'm 36. So I'm like, okay, how do I capitalize now that I'm realizing that there's this way to make money online? I was like, how do I capitalize on the niche that I already have and bring this new element of what I've learned in the blueprints to this business? So, online classes and online education is just like how many billions of dollar industry. And I wanted to learn how to, kind of teach makeup online, essentially. So offer classes, offer mini classes, this and this. So I had filmed a video about a year ago with my sister's boyfriend, and then my sister. They're both in videography and photography. And I was stuck on how to launch it. I had this video sitting in my vault of things for an entire year. And obviously, time caught up with me I just wasn't able to get it out there because I was just in the thick of working every single day. I couldn't release it. So I had been bugging her, and I'm not tech savvy, okay? Like I'm really good with like my phone, but when it comes to editing and voiceover, I don't know any of that stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm bugging my sister. Can you do the graphics for me on this site? Blah, blah, blah. I really need you to make me a little tiny video that says I'm doing this, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, okay, okay. And never really kind of got around to it. And, I was stuck with this for a long time. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this. And then after I did blueprints, I did it in 2 days. I was like, okay, I can do this. Like, you just have to focus. You need to figure out how you're going to, get this thing on the freaking internet, whether it's like the greatest thing ever or whether it's kind of shitty. Like, it doesn't matter. It just needs to be there, right? Like, we're not going to be the greatest at doing things immediately. So I'm like, let's just put it out there. I did a launch. And, I pumped it up on my social media for days and days and days. I created a funnel around just the makeup course. So the 2-page funnel, the email opt-in, created a series of emails, which is what you guys teach, selling other products, like makeup, everything attached to my specific niche, beauty products, this and this. There's a lot of things that I was like an affiliate for, but I didn't know how to utilize that and actually market it properly to my demographic. I was just like, okay, here guys, buy my link, but like no one's gonna buy your link, and it's not trackable. Like you're just putting a link out there hoping, okay, somebody buy it, but like how do you know that that's actually going to work? If you have a funnel in place, you have hundreds of subscribers who now are wanting to see that stuff, not just random people. People are opting in because they want to be a part of this community you're creating. So now I have that system in place, and that to me was gold. I was like, okay, I can now sell them specific things and say, hey guys, these are my top, X concealer picks, X, this, buy it all. And they're like, cool, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, boom. And then it's just like, if I'm launching another makeup class, those are the people that are going to get first access. They'll get special pricing, and then, so on and so forth. So it's amazing that I've managed to bring it into, this other business, which is super profitable already. But now I'm just like, I'm adding more streams of income to that business that's already thriving. And, with the launch, I did amazing. It was, I think I made like $14,000 in 4 days. Like, it's crazy, but it's because, all the systems were set in place to make that really successful. And now that just runs on autopilot for me. And every time I film a class and edit it, you can just add that to the streams of things that you're going to be doing in the future. So,
well said. Unbelievable. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Congrats. I mean, it's such a beautiful illustration of how we have things that we want to do. We're knowledgeable about them. We may even have some beginning things that have been in the background forming for some time, such as maybe even you went on and bought a domain name for something. Totally. I mean, how many people are on this show right now or who are going to listen who have bought a dadgum domain name? Now, you don't know what in God's creation to do with the domain name. Yeah. You don't know what to connect where and how to set it up or whatever, but you had an idea. Mm-hmm. Had an idea. And then how many of you also have knowledge or expertise about an industry that you've worked in for years? I'm listening to your your makeup and hair and beauty rant about everything that how you've got this amazing career, but it's taking me back to my construction days. Yeah, I know about bathroom remodeling. I know about tile. I know about kitchen remodels. I know about various carpentry and plumbing elements around the house that go along with those things. There are so many people out there on the internet that love little tiny videos that give them bite-sized pieces of value around those little kind of projects they could do DIY, or what to look out for when you're hiring a contractor. How many of you are therapists? How many of you are nurses that have various different pieces of information that you only shared in the hospital, but it's not confidentiality that you could share those out on the internet, right? How
Mhm.
many of you have art experience? How many of you have in it's you don't then have to go and sell them something outside of your niche. If you do art, people would love to know what kind of paper you use, what kind of paintbrush you use, what kind of paint you use, what you know, a course on how to paint, how to get started. You know, beauty is something that I think is this. You're not the first one. Sorry to tell you.
Totally. No, I know I'm not. I'm actually behind.
I'm so thankful that you're now getting your slice of the pie, though,
Of
because
course.
there are people, particularly teenage girls
Mm.
and people in their lot. You know, you and I are around the same people in their 20s
Yep.
who they know all the same things that you know, but they also are just uploading videos on TikTok because they don't care as much as we do
Yeah.
about what we look like and everything.
Totally.
You know, and they're making thousands, millions.
Yep.
I mean, who's the Jenner, Kylie or whatever that's got $1 billion makeup brand now?
Yep.
Where did that come from? That didn't just come from, you know, people don't like to give those women credit, but the truth is they're marketing masters.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
They're doing their videos on Instagram. They're putting out that edutainment, right?
Mhm.
Whether it be the Kardashian show, that's a form of edutainment. Then they get them over on their social media. They're delivering value through their tutorials. Um, Talk to us what comes up for you now as I'm talking about this, and how, you know, people come into, I'm sure you see people come into our community and they have a hard time connecting their value and their expertise that they already know in creating content around that. I just see what you've done as such a beautiful example.
Yeah.
How now have you, I don't have my glasses sitting around, but I usually put on the marketing, you know, sunglasses and say, you got the marketing shades on now. Now you can see, right? Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like for me, I always kind of knew when if I was going to start this that this wasn't going to supplement my income. So I was like, how can I take this into my business and now open this up so I can start making money online in this business and supplement me until I could completely maybe transition over. So I think the biggest thing for me was like, okay, what am I good at? And you know, you talk about this a lot. You say people want to pay you for your information. And so for me, I don't give anything away for free now. I'm like, no, I'm gonna just, you want to buy my course? You want to know how here are all the brushes I use. Okay, let's do a video on that. You know, because I had years of knowledge in this expertise, right? So a lot of people have, you know, begged me to do one-on-ones, but you know what? That takes up so much more of my time. I want to bring this entire thing online and, you know, let that kind of couple years of doing this and then hopefully transition over into the make money online space, but in the wealth niche, because I really see a lot of value in promoting this as well. So and you know, I love the hours. And it's not to say that I'm not going to continue doing that. I absolutely love doing that. I just have to do that on a smaller scale so I can get back some of my time. So yeah, just to answer your question, I mean, like it's a no-brainer. Like you have to kind of do things that you're good at. You have to find another niche, not just the wealth niche in the beginning, because you're not going to get that income in the very beginning like some people are, right? Like you have to know what you're good at and you have to kind of market in that niche because people will pay you for your information. I've realized that now. And, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to grow because it makes more sense. I'm more knowledgeable about that stuff. The wealth niche, I'm new to, I'm learning. I'm trying to figure out what, you know, all the side hustles are and all those things. So that page is still building, and that until I can build it to the point of where I am at my other one, then, you know, I got to make money where I can. And that's kind of the beauty of making money online. There's so many different avenues you can take to, you know, make money in this space, and there's room for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with having two niches going at once. I think we think that
Or like you should.
yeah, we're married to things. It's crazy. You know, we get so we get these sort of, I gotta choose. And the beauty of entrepreneurship is you don't have to choose. You know,
Yeah.
you can, your first year is really a test.
Yeah.
Everything a test. Now, not to say after the first year isn't a test, because we're always constantly testing things here at Legendary. Marketing is a test. There's no absolutes. We don't know what we're doing. We are big risk takers and aggressive marketers who test things and learn how to do it based on the response from the marketplace.
Yeah.
We never go into something knowing this is absolutely how it's going to work. And I need everybody to hear that loud and clear. I, for the past 13 years, have never launched something with an absolute guarantee that it was going to be a hit. Ever.
Yeah.
Never. There's no guarantees until you test something and you're like, damn.
Yeah. Whoa, that did better than I thought.
You surprise yourself. You're like, oh, shit. Damn, that worked. People like that. Wow. Okay, let me do it. That wasn't even what I was planning on doing.
Right.
But let me do more of that, because it's not what we learn in business and marketing is it's not what I want to do. It's what the marketplace wants.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not what I want. This is a lesson that as parents have a hard time with our children too. It's not what I want for my kids.
Yeah.
It's what my child wants. I want my child to be a superstar, all-star gymnast or baseball player, or follow in my footsteps so I can live vicarious through them. I want them to go to that college and follow my profession and keep it in the family. That's a recipe for resentment and disaster.
Totally.
It's not what I want.
Mm-hmm.
It is what you want in terms of what you do in your own time, self-care, how you spend your time, what you watch on TV, what you eat, what you put into your body, who you pray to. Those are things that are all about what you want. Once you make the money, you can spend it however you want.
Yeah.
You can donate it all to charity. You can buy drugs with it. Okay. You can do whatever you want with it. But when it comes to the marketplace and making money and serving the marketplace, I have to give the marketplace what they want. Now, why in America do we have so much fast food and crap and
yeah, it's what the people want.
What people want. If people wanted it. Now, some people might say, well, it's too expensive to eat healthy. Now, that's why the truth is that
you don't want to eat
healthy. Make it work. There's ways to make it work. We want to eat donuts. We want to eat burgers. We want to eat French fries. Trust me, I just had wings and French fries last night. I woke up at 4:00 in the morning. It was a murder scene. I'm telling you. I'm serious. I'm actually have PTSD from what happened last night.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was bad. I had to take a shower.
Wow.
I was sweating. It was crazy. I thought I was going to die. But that's what I wanted. I wanted things, fries, and eat a grease trap. I wanted to hang out in a greasy bowl of wings. That's what I wanted. That's been, and I eat healthy a lot. I really do. I try, but I'm an American, damn it. I like my wings and my burgers and my fries. I've got one of my best friends is a cardiac surgeon, and every time he comes to see me, what you want to do tonight? Let's go eat something greasy, he says. All right. He's an American. Okay. So I'm being dramatic and funny here, but my point here is that we have to sell the market what they want, and we don't know until we try and test it. So when we come into this legendary marketing program, legendary marketer program and universe, we need to be willing to test things. We need to be willing to say, okay, I don't know, and I'm going to test content on a few different pages about a few different topics. And I'm not going to be married to any one thing. I'm not going to be married to any one approach. I'm not going to be married to the fact that so-and-so's doing it, they're having success, and I'm going to copy that, because that's not how life works. It doesn't all, that usually doesn't work. I need to be open to the fact that where I end up may not be where I was going in the first place. And I may need to adjust along the way and receive the inputs and the feedback from the marketplace and let them tell me what they like from me, and then give them more of what they want. Mm-hmm. What comes up for you as I rant about this a little bit?
I definitely agree with you. Like, I know that class was super successful. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make another class. I'm going to sell it for, more, because like you're just giving people exactly what they want. They want more education. So, okay, cool. I'll give you more education. I'll do mini series. Maybe for those people who can't afford the big class, I'll do mini series. I'll do, okay, let's break it up into sections and charge less for them. I need to kind of like, obviously I just launched my first video, but in my next couple ones, that's going to be my true test. Cause I'm going to be like, okay, now let's do it in segments. Let's see what sells the most. And now I'm going to be able to gauge exactly what sells the most, because now I'll have a variety of things people can choose from. The first launch for me was very successful. So anything that is even comes close to that, I'm going to be happy with.
What going from offline to online and by the way, let me just back up one more time to comment on what you said earlier, which was eventually you have the ability through selling your knowledge on the internet to actually replace the income that you're making offline doing the manual work.
It's going to take
huh?
It's going to take a while, but yes.
Right. Understood. But it's a that's the path.
The path. Oh, absolutely.
Now the example would be, like I said, therapists have already began to make this transition because of the pandemic, doing work via Zoom. Now you're starting to see a lot of the therapists who have this amazing knowledge. I mean, Peaceful Barb is one example of that amazing. She's a content creator on Instagram, and she just holds up little pieces of paper every day with little writings on them about self-care and about setting boundaries, and her name's Peaceful Barb. Well, she's a therapist. She does it with her daughter. They're cute, and they just kind of deliver value in a really peaceful way. Well, she's an example of somebody who's kind of gone with the trend and flow of working from home, and now great time to capitalize on that for a lot of professions, because people already expect you to work from home. Another example would be doctors in telemedicine. A lot of doctors are taking advantage of the trend and people being open to receiving help at home, that a lot of healthcare platforms are creating more telemedicine, accessible services, and doctors are signing up to do that. There's all kinds of different examples of where we used to do everything in person, and now we're transitioning more to online. And a lot of it just has to do with, instead of doing the thing, now we're teaching and talking about the thing, and teaching and talking about what we did for so many years. The other example would be the construction. I used to have to go to make $1. I would have to go and swing a hammer at somebody's house. Well, physically be there. Well, now I have the opportunity to be able to, as so many of the affiliate products we talk about in the blueprints and examples. There's the Ted's woodworking. There's I can take my carpentry skills and I can teach people how to build furniture. I can sell prints and plans for that furniture. I can even build that furniture, market that furniture, show how it's being built, and sell that physical furniture as well as plans to build more furniture. There's just so many ways now to be able to connect almost as intimately with people through video, but never leave the house, right? That's kind of I think the big revolution that we're in right now. I wanted to ask, just fast forwarding back to where I was, what's it been like for you, and have there been any limiting beliefs? I mean, you said that you had a social media following before and so forth, but what have been your struggles? What have been your hurdles that you've had to overcome? Like, what have been any limiting beliefs that have popped up in your head? Has it been difficult to get in front of video? Has there been anything else that you're overcoming in terms of your mindset to do this?
So I think, to be honest, I did have some limiting beliefs. I definitely was like, okay, I am not tech savvy, so I don't think I can do this. But I think once I took the blueprints, the biggest thing for me was like, the modules, like the number 5, just like whoever buys blueprints, just do number 5. Once you've done number 5, everything else makes sense. Like the whole setup from A to Z, that was like, I was just like, okay, I'm not going to be able to do any of this stuff because I'm not tech savvy. The compute, like the reels and things like that, I'm comfortable on the camera. I don't care. That's totally fine. I'm used to doing that in my current job anyway. So I wasn't really, it was the tech stuff. The tech stuff was one of my biggest like hurdles. I was like, okay. And once I did the module 5, I was good. And then I would say, so obviously starting a new business is, it's challenging. It has its challenges. And for me, I've always been somebody who, when I go at something, like I am going 1000%. So I don't want to fail at anything like that. The biggest thing for me was like, okay, because I have such a reputation and a great reputation in this niche that I've almost like paved out for myself, like, are those people going to look at me and think, what is Vanessa doing? Is she like not making money? Is she scamming people? Like, I think once I went through the blueprints, all of that stuff went out the window because I knew that it wasn't a scam. And I knew that all the things that I learned in the program were things that I could take on to my other business. But I think initially, it's a little bit kind of scary when you're starting something new with no following and like, what are you doing? And everybody's kind of looking. So, I tried my hardest not to cross promote too much, only if it's relative to, business owners will I, shoot the post over to the other side and say, oh yeah, take a look at this if you're a business owner, because this might be of value to you. So I don't like to cross promote too much, only because, not everybody that knows me as a makeup artist is going to want to follow me on this journey. And that's completely okay and completely understandable. They might not want to know me as, Vanessa, this like online marketer. They want to know me as Vanessa, the girl who did my makeup, 10 years ago. And I loved her and she was great. They might not want to follow me on this venture, and that's okay. So I kind of want to build this following up separately, because there's going to be skepticism, I think, for anybody, and I think certain people who see value in the things that we're doing will follow me on the other side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I those were my only 2 limiting beliefs. Everything else, I thought, I was like, okay, let's just do this and let's just go for it. I'm going to just go as hard as I can because I'm in my off season now, as hard as I can until March, and, hope that everything just works out great for me.
Yeah. I don't have that experience of having a separate career because pretty much a recently homeless construction worker
Love
started
that.
in online space, you know what I mean? But I'm sensitive to it and I get it, right? I get it. I get that the world is not yet open and totally in the know about digital marketing.
Yeah.
And when they see people on video and they see people talking about, using social media to make money and generate leads and sell products or courses.
Some people can't grasp it.
Yeah, they're like, "Ugh, like, what do you mean? Like, I just post my dinner on social media.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for them to understand how they don't even know how Facebook makes money, like the company.
Yeah.
It's just a free service by Mark Zuckerberg, and he's just so rich that he just gives people free access to this platform because he's,
Yeah, it's a mind switch. Like, I think the thing is when I went through the course, I was like, oh my God, like there's a whole online space that makes so much money. Like, people don't realize like if you get into the online space, like there is a potential to make millions of dollars. And the thing is like, you're not capped at your salary, in any job you have. I mean, I'm a business owner, so it's not the same for me, but you go into a job, you apply for the job. Okay, here's your salary that you're going to get. You're not getting anything else. This is what it is. This is the job that's required of you. But in this online space, okay, you want to make more money? You can make more money. Like, you just go out and find another avenue, another stream of revenue. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. And all of a sudden you have like 15 streams of income, and you're not capped at this, tiny little salary that you're going to get at this other job. So I think that's the thing. The biggest thing for me was like, okay, cool. Like the people who are actually really hungry and want to, succeed in this space, you can. It's just about being resourceful and finding other opportunities to make more money because it's limitless.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's wild. There's 7 companies on the in America that essentially carry the United States stock market. Apple, Facebook / Meta, Amazon, Microsoft. I think Nvidia is one of them. Who makes chips for all the different computers and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And Google,
Yep.
or / Alphabet, and there's one more.
Yeah, those are all online businesses.
I want everybody to hear this. Like,
like, duh.
these companies carry the United States stock market. They are the 7 biggest companies in the S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies in the marketplace. They carry it. Our whole economic system, which is the largest in the world, is carried by 7 tech companies.
Insane.
Tech.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see the products. I mean, with Apple, obviously they sell computers and phones, but think about Microsoft. I mean, you can't physically, besides their pads and stuff, but they didn't build their business on that. They built it on Microsoft Outlook and Microsoft Word and the Office suite. You cannot touch the product.
Yeah.
It is a piece of
totally.
It's a thing in the air. It's a digital thing. It's fairy dust. It's, I'm thinking of that scene in The Wolf of Wall Street where Matthew McConaughey's like, it's fairy dust.
That movie's great.
Yeah, it's intangible. You can't touch it. It's a thing that goes through wires and shows up on your computer, and now all of a sudden you click and it moves around like a video game.
Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling that we in 2023 are still, and we talk about it every single day with the way that our college and university system works and how much of an actual scam that is. And that is not to minimize anybody's effort in work or accomplishment. It really how our teachers in this country are. I mean, that's why why teachers and nurses and the best of what America has to offer is flooding into our community, is because they are the best of what America has to offer. They are the hardest working. They are responsible for some of the most important jobs, and they're the most underpaid and underappreciated. While this fairy dust product over here, Microsoft Suite, that shows up like a video game on your computer, it's worth damn near, I think, either approaching or over $1 trillion. The company. There's 7 companies that carry the United States financial marketplace, and they're all tech. It's Facebook. It's the damn thing that we're streaming on right now, and we're making money right now. We're making money by putting content out. 830 episodes of this show streamed on Facebook, then repurposing it onto podcasts, repurposing it onto YouTube, giving people calls to action to then click our links to go into our sales funnels to buy our products, our courses, our programs. It's happening right in front of your eyes every day. And the more resistant people are to it, it doesn't matter. The world's moving on with or without you. It doesn't matter whether you
on board now or just stay there and suffer.
Say it's a scam, this and that. Nobody cares anymore what they think. Nobody cares. There's so many people, especially after the pandemic, who get it now. I mean, you want to talk about like scammer, this and that. Before the pandemic, everybody was like, this guy, what are you doing online, the internet, blah, 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 blah. And then the pandemic hit and they all came to me and they were like, oh my God, how do I make money from home? The doctors, the lawyers, all the people. And that's fine. That's beautiful. our approach didn't change. We've just been doing this here, and we got lucky in the sense that our preparation met opportunity. That's what I think luck is, right?
Absolutely.
And
You
so,
started this well before the pandemic. And so
oh,
that time, I think everybody was like, oh crap, we're stuck at home. Okay,
yeah.
what are we going to do? How are we going to make money? And by having all of your courses and everything kind of laid out, they were like, oh, that's how we're going to make money.
Holy crap, who's this scammer? Holy, not a scammer. He's like MC Hammer. Just do it. Da, 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 da. Can't touch this, right? So, um, it's amazing, and you all who are listening to this should consider getting lucky too, right? Because your preparation is going to meet opportunity, and that's what luck is. Luck doesn't just happen. I didn't just fall off the turnip truck, do 3 rolls, and show up on the internet and make millions of dollars. I've been doing this, grinding in this game for 13 years, not because I had the awesome foresight that this was good. It was because I couldn't get a damn job. I was a homeless freaking recovering drug addict who was tired of working construction with my dad. So I'm not saying that I'm brilliant. I'm not saying that I had a vision and saw the future. Let's be crystal clear about this. I ended up here by default.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thankful that I did, right? And I'm just thankful that I stayed. And instead of listening to the miserable complaints and quitting attitude of most people in society, which were most of my friends at that time, I got on the internet and started listening to these weirdos talking about consistency, talking about discipline, talking about not quitting before the miracle happens, talking about direct response marketing, talking about landing pages. And I got just obsessed and sleepless as you did.
Yeah.
And I still am 13
Mm-hmm.
years later, because now it's even more exciting. If some of you are exciting, confused, and you're new, you'll be even more excited when you know what the hell's going on, because you've been in the game for a while, and
Totally.
new opportunities like artificial intelligence or other things start coming out, and you just seamlessly integrate it right into what you're already doing. And then boom, you double your income, or boom, your workload goes down 50% because now, and that's going to continue to happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. Everybody should consider getting lucky.
Yeah.
Preparing to meet this unbelievable opportunity. I think Elon Musk said within the last week that, and whether you hate him or love him, it's useful to just pay attention to some of the things he says, that there will be a day to where we will not need any jobs, and that mankind's biggest problem will be finding meaning to life. Now, that sounds like
That's crazy.
some crazy shit to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And most of us probably hear that and go, that guy's a scammer. That guy's crazy, right? But I'll tell you what, the path that we're on right now,
that's where it's going.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So
the robots are coming.
don't be afraid of it, and don't be confused by it. Prepare yourself for where we are moving to in the world, and learn how to leverage. Right now, it's just all the stuff you're already using for free. It's all, actually, let me rephrase that. It's all the stuff that's already using you for free. You think it's free. It's not free, right? It's not free to spend endless hours. Check your screen time on your phone. Most of us have a full-time job.
Yeah.
Spend a day, and we ain't getting paid for it.
Yeah.
So why not just right now figure out, or at least be curious about, how to take my phone, just my damn phone that I'm already spending so much time on, and learn how to use it to make money with, and sell courses, coaching events, or somebody else's courses, coaching events. Had you explored any other online business models before this? I mean, have you ever done anything or researched anything and thought, I don't want to get involved in that, or physical products, or drop shipping? And did selling digital products click for you when you heard us talking about it at first?
I mean, to be honest, like, I didn't even know what I was getting into. I just knew that I wanted to make money, and I wanted whatever they were offering, all of the gurus in your industry. Do you want, to only work 2 hours a day? Do you want to make possibly this much money a month? Are you tired from your day-to-day grind? I'm like, yeah, all those things are me. So, I think when you're calling out those things, like there are certain points where you're like, okay, I resonate with that. So I didn't even really know what I was getting into. And I think having a program where it laid everything out for you made it like a no-brainer. For me, it was like, okay, I don't care if I lose the money, it's fine. But the training, the second I got into it, and then, you talk about Think and Grow Rich and all of these books, and I dove in every day in my car. I was listening to legendary podcasts. I was listening to all of the Audible books. Just like, I just was like, okay, my mindset has now changed. Like I never used to think about this stuff. And now it's all I can think about. And it's because, there's this huge opportunity, and I don't think a lot of people see it. And that's the thing, is just like, you have to be smart enough to know that this is where we're heading and everybody needs to be on board. And if you're not, you're just going to fall behind. And, you kind of have to ride the wave when it's on the way up, not when it's coming down, So I feel like this is constantly like just on the climb, and, it's going to reach billions and billions of dollars. And I want to get it when it's good. Like, I don't want to, miss every single thing that I missed in the past. There's Etsy, there's drop shipping, there's Amazon FBA. No, I've never started an online business because I was never tech savvy. So it was something that I always kind of said, okay, no, I'm not going to try that because I don't even know how to do it. How am I going to do it? Who's going to teach me? So I didn't want to have to ask anyone for help. I'm not somebody who wants to ask for help. I'm just a doer. So if there's a program that's going to teach me all these things, then let's freaking do it.
And you know what? Powerful. Well said. Here's the thing that came up for me when you were saying that, particularly that everybody needs to do it. The thing is that everybody's not going to do it. And
Yeah,
that benefits the marketplace.
totally.
Because as somebody said in a previous, maybe it was yesterday show, we still need cashiers.
Yeah.
We still need waitresses. We still need people. I mean, this is going to be crazy for me to say, but it's just the reality of life.
Yeah.
We still need teachers to work for $25,000 a year.
Yeah.
I know it's horrible to say, but I don't get paid the big bucks to blow smoke up your rear ends. We
Yeah.
still need people to wash our cars in the car drive-through lane for minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
We still need we need nurses to be there at the hospital,
Yeah.
overworked, underpaid, to take care of us when we go. It's just a matter of if that's going to be you or not.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a matter of what your choices lead you to be.
Yeah.
And the powerful thing is that each one of us has a choice. And I think that one of the reasons why I feel chosen, in the sense like that grace and mercy was given to me by God, the universe, I'm just feel very lucky that I did get in front of this information, or this information got in front of me 13 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was scrolling on the internet, probably looking at sites I wasn't even supposed to be on, for God's sake, if I'm honest, 13 years ago, and somehow, some way, I opted into somebody's damn landing page, and I got on a frickin' email list, for God's sakes. And instead of thinking this is a scammy, spammy thing, let me get off of this scam, right? I was like, what the hell? Hold on a second here. What the? Wait, hold. And then I saw somebody who didn't look no smarter than me. I started looking at what they were doing, and they were also talking about pain points and this and that. And I think part of my recovery experience, I had just recently been broken down, and I
Mm-hmm.
was humble, and I was open because I was getting clean from drugs, heroin specifically, withdrawing from all of that. And I was being taught about honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. And I think part of that open-minded learning that I was, because I didn't know how to, what I was told was, Dave, your best thinking got you here. And I believed him, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I gave, I'm always giving it my best, right? And unfortunately, my best sometimes just leads me to some places that are not fun, right? And usually I get there when I'm doing it all on my own. I'm doing all the thinking. I don't need any mentors and I don't need any help. And then all of a sudden I find myself in a crappy spot because, well, it's hard to navigate life on your own. It really is. And there's no need for it, especially when there's 8 billion other people on this planet who can help if we're humble enough to ask. And so I feel sort of lucky and chosen that I got this information in a sense. And if you're getting this information as well, somehow, some way, I don't know how you found us, how you got here, folks who are listening to this, people in our community, I don't know how you got here. I don't know. I don't care. I just really am, and I mean this when I say it. I feel like you are lucky and chosen to be being exposed to these skill sets and strategies and knowledge. And I don't care if you spend your money here or not. You should learn this stuff somewhere. If
Yeah.
you can learn it from your neighbor, if you can learn it from your local community college, if you're learning it in university, if you can learn it from some other guru or goblin that you resonate with, whatever, I don't care. I really don't. Your $7, your $2,500, your $100,000 is not going to change my lifestyle, our lifestyle. I'm still going to pick my shirts up off the floor every morning, smell them, see if they're clean. I'm not going to buy a new wardrobe. I'm not, it's just is what it is. I've been doing this for 13 years and was financially stable before we launched Legendary Marketer because of these skills and strategies. This was just a passion project that's turned into an amazing company and an amazing community. But I really do feel like we're chosen in many ways that we got this information. And there's a lot of people, particularly in other countries, who will never, ever, ever hear of this,
Hmm.
who struggle even to have internet access.
Yeah.
And man, how lucky are we?
We're
What
so
comes if
lucky.
I
Yeah.
say,
We're so lucky. It's like insane. Like I mean, it pops up on so many people, but there's so many people that have joined the program under me, and have they finished day one? No. So it's also a mindset too, right? Like you have to be, it happens to you at the right place at the right time, but you have to be open and willing to accept this information and do something with it. So it's really on you to change your focus, change your mindset. And if you want something bad enough, then you'll go out and do it. But if you don't want it bad enough, you can see that information for 6 months, you can see it for a year, and you might never change your situation. You will always be in the same spot you were if you didn't start. So it's just a matter of like, okay, well, am I ready to do this? It's not hard. Like, it's not hard. It's just about implementing the systems that you've learned. And it's just about listening to the information that's right in front of you. It's just about going through the modules. It's not hard. So when people ask me, like, oh, am I going to be able to do this? Like, you're not dumb. But it's easy, but it is going to take a little bit of work. It's consistency, it's showing up every day, and it's just scheduling yourself so that you can allow yourself the time to do it, because you're going to be busy with your job, and I'm going to be busy with my job, but I'm planning to wake up earlier, get the things done that I need to do, and also try to manage and balance like family life. But if I want it bad enough, I'll do it.
and if you don't finish the challenge, we need you in society elsewhere.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. It's fine. We need, as I just said, I know I'm speaking some like, damn, Dave, you saying it like that this morning? Damn, I thought it was like, buddy, I thought we were holding hands and singing Kumbaya here because we all succeed and be happy. No,
Yeah.
that's not how entrepreneurship works.
Yeah.
All going to succeed and be happy. It was just not. It's the majority of people who buy any how-to products, courses, start businesses, etc. on the internet make no money at all.
Yeah.
And we need those people elsewhere in society,
Totally.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I am saying it how it is.
Yeah.
I'm saying exactly how it is. And this is the school of hard knocks. This is the school of entrepreneurship. And it's actually, I'm going to say the big E word. I know. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. I view success being easy because I already know human nature that 99.9% of people are going to quit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing that I've figured out about human beings is they quit. They stop. They quit when it gets a little hard.
Yeah.
They quit because they're a little skeptical. They quit because they take somebody else's opinion instead of forming their own. That's probably one of my, if I was to say secrets of success, I'm going to create a course for $997 and it's going to be Dave Sharpe's Secret of Success, and it's going to be one video 30 seconds long, and I'm just going to put the clip that I just put in there right in that course, and because that's a platinum nugget.
Yeah.
That success is easy to me now because I figured out that is all I really have to do. It's kind of like the game of Survivor. I don't even need to outwit. I don't even need to outplay. I just need to outlast.
Yes. Yeah.
I just need to be the last one standing. I just need to never skip leg day so I can hold myself up.
Yes.
Standing strong, because people will fall off. And if they don't fall off, they will switch directions because they'll get bored, or there'll be a shiny object, or there'll be something that will distract them.
Yeah.
Staying the course on a business, staying the course with a project. Let me just be specific. Staying the course with a business is really a huge secret to success, because as the longer you stay, and if you are one of those people who understand what I'm saying and just stick and stay and keep doing and do minor pivots, 2 millimeter adjustments,
Yeah.
and 5 mile adjustments, and you don't have to be the entrepreneur in that meme where it says right, the path to success doesn't have to be 50. It can be 2 millimeter adjustment,
Yeah.
2 millimeter adjustment, 2 millimeter up, 4 millimeter adjustment back this way, right? I really actually was doing the right thing. Hold on. Okay, 1 millimeter adjustment.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it's hard. Keep staying the course, right? And that really is been, if you look at my business, my 13-year career, it's been that. It's been sticking with a brand. It's been building a company. What we do here at Legendary is actually exactly what we teach. We eat our own cooking. This company sells courses, coaching, and events, and does affiliate marketing. And it's just an example of how big your business can go, no matter what you're doing, but particularly with the models that we teach if you stay the course. One last question.
Mm-hmm.
What have you learned about yourself already being successful, already being somebody who's accomplished in your niche, and being a wonderful mom and wife, I believe, in all the things? And what is this recent experience taught you about yourself?
That you can always be a student, and that no matter how good you are at something, you need to humble yourself and learn all the skills you can to grow and prosper in your life. Like, everything that I've learned from this, I can now implement it into everything I build going forward. So yeah, I think I've just learned that I can challenge myself again, and that I can be a student and be humble and like learn from the very beginning, because I don't know this business yet. I don't know the ins and outs of this business yet. So I'm still learning. And I think that there's so much beauty in, learning a new skill. And so to be open and to have the right mindset. And I think this all came to me at the exact right time. And I'm really excited to go forward with this and to continue to prosper in this industry.
Well done, well said. Wonderful show this morning. So powerful, inspirational. Learned so much from you. Can't wait to have you back if you'd be willing to come back.
Coming back. You'll see me at a mastermind in the future.
All right, Vanessa, stay legendary, my friend, and I'll talk to you, okay?
Okay, bye.
All right, my friends, you can find and connect with Vanessa over at V_Money Moves. Remember, she's working in a couple of different niches. This is likely her Make Money Online profiles. and where she sold her courses and so forth is, I believe, on another profile. You can connect with her there. If you have any questions, send them to her, but don't overwhelm her. Of course, we want to respect her time and space. And thank you so much, Vanessa, for coming on and spilling so many of your secrets, which aren't really secrets. The more you listen and learn about success, selling courses, and monetizing your existing knowledge. If any of this today sounds exciting to you, today we are updating live our brand new digital courses blueprint, and we're going to be giving that free to all of the existing customers. So maybe you want to become a customer today of that blueprint. Reach out to your business plan advisor or customer support at legendarymarketer.com. You can even email our CMO at Joanne, Joann, at legendarymarketer.com and get that taken care of. But your business plan advisor should be able to help you. Customer support should be able to help you. Or you could go to the front of our website and buy it there, right? Legendarymarketer.com courses. And make sure that you're there live today, because not only are we going to continue to give you free updates for life inside of that blueprint as we evolve that course, but also we are going to be showing the 2,500 or so people who are registered live, plus everybody who owns that course will turn it into a course in the future, exactly how to monetize your knowledge and how to package yourself and knowledge that either you have or maybe somebody else has that you're partnering with, and sell it for a profit, sell it in high ticket prices, sell it in a way that you can make significant income and get paid what you're worth and what your knowledge is worth and your expertise. In the case of Vanessa, she's got, as she said, 20 years experience in this niche. That is worth thousands and thousands of dollars of how she's been able to use her strategies and skill sets for doing hair and makeup to make people feel beautiful on the most important days of their lives. Well, if people want to learn that from her, people want to learn that so they can do it themselves. It may be out of their reach, time, travel, or money to go and have her do that for them, or they just may want to do that every day for themselves. So she gives them the perfect opportunity by enrolling into her course and learning exactly how to do it themselves. It's such a powerful concept. It's where we have been as a company, and me as a personal brand, been making tens of millions of dollars for over a decade doing. And we're excited to share the new updated version of that digital course blueprint with everybody live starting today. That is going to kick off at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So my friends, if you want to be a part of that digital course blueprint, then go and buy that blueprint. If you don't already have it, you can find it right on the front of the site at legendarymarketer.com, or reach out to your business plan advisor and they can get you enrolled. My friends, have a beautiful, legendary, powerful day. We've started off right. Absolutely. And we'll see you back here tomorrow for another episode. Get out of here. Stay legendary. Peace.